If you want to get a bit of an idea of what kind of quality my setup gets, then definitely go have a look at a few of my videos. A lot of you are really keen to start motovlogging, or you're newer motor vloggers and you want to get out there and you want to buy all the equipment right away, and that is absolutely fine. I just did want to present, however, an option for those of you who are maybe looking for a little bit more of a budget-minded kind of motovlogging setup. They're definitely coming out with a lot more of these types of little cameras. They're lower profile, they're smaller. The image quality might definitely not be as good as like a Drift HD Ghost S or the newer GoPros. However, once again, I'm talking about a basic budget motovlogging setup. For those of you who maybe are not really that interested in going and throwing like $300, $400 or more on a setup to start, if you're not really even sure if you're going to get into this, go online, have a search about, you could do a search for an action camera, low profile, low cost, and you'll come up with lots of different other models. Especially now, the trend is definitely getting greater and greater to offer more of these types of cameras. All right, so this is the profile that it has on my helmet, and as I said, a lot of the other lower profile type of action cameras like the Contour, the Ion Air Pro 2, etc. are definitely, they're pretty small. You can see here, a lot of people don't like the side mount kind of view. Some side mounts are on the right hand side, you can do it on the left hand side. A lot of people prefer like the chin mount or the top of the helmet. It's really kind of up to you and your own personal preference. So when I got my Ion Air Pro 2, it did come in a case, it did come with a couple little extra little tidbits in it. But what was lacking on it is an anchor to be able to put it on the side of my helmet. It was designed more to sit on the top of a helmet, and I just didn't want to have like this when I was cruising around. When you're doing your budget setup, you need to really make sure that there is a proper mount that comes with the camera. So I went ahead and I actually ordered the accessory kit for it, and I did order it from the States on eBay, and I got a really, really good deal on it. I needed to actually buy a 90-degree elbow so that the camera could be mounted facing in the position this way. On this one, I just have to slide it in and click it in and then plug in the microphone. But again, if I had used the stock mount that came with it, the camera mount would actually be in an incorrect position this way. So if I was to slide the camera into it, the camera would actually be sitting sideways. And I don't want that. I wanted the camera to be upright so I didn't have to rotate the image in the editing software or anything. Now the other thing too is it also did come with some other accessory mounting that my accessory kit did to put it on my bike. So the reason I thought that would be kind of neat is if I thought I liked the motovlogging or I got more into it, then my plan is actually to downgrade this camera and use this as my secondary camera. So to mount it on my handlebar of my bike or something, and so that I could get the field of view so you can see me as the rider. And then I will use my upgraded camera on my helmet for the primary one. It also did come with a little tripod, so I did want to mention that, because if you're out cruising around and you want to take some action shots while you're, off the bike and walking around, if you carry this with you, it's so tiny, you can actually put this onto the Ion Air Pro screwed in underneath, and then you can actually do some vlogging of yourself riding your bike or walking around. So I think that that's kind of handy too. This does have an external mic on it, so you need to run a mic inside your helmet so that you can hear the riders speaking more clearly. So I'm going to show you that a little bit closer and what I did with my own personal camera to be able to run my mic inside here. This is the setup on my actual helmet. So this is the helmet that I wear to motovlog and to ride. Now I'm going to show you, it does have, like I said, an external mic, but you do, if you're going to be motovlogging, you do want to actually have a mic running inside of your helmet. Otherwise, if you're trying to talk and you're trying to record and you're going at any decent speeds at all, the wind noise is just going to be absolutely phenomenal. It's just going to be like horrible. So my Shoei RF1200, it's actually a pretty quiet helmet. Some helmets are really, really wind noisy, so you might have to just play around with where you're going to put your mic inside your helmet. It's a late pull mic from my old BlackBerry phone, and this mic actually, the sound quality is pretty decent on it. So it does fit into the back of the port here. It's just pretty much like a standard size little port. You can get these anywhere. I have a whole bunch of extra, you can see here, cable here, because this is it's really long and I don't need all this extra. So I just wrap that all up and then plug it in. Pretty much just brought the wire in and then move some of the cheek pads out of the way. So I'm just going to actually take my chin curtain out just so that you can see things a little bit better here. Now, if you do have a helmet with a chin curtain, I do find that it really does help to cut the wind noise down. So it's a good idea to have it in there. All right, so under my helmet, I showed you I just threaded the wire right in. Literally, pretty much just like unplug that from my helmet like so. And you can see there's your liner that comes apart right there. And then I just threaded it all in here, and lo and behold, there's the mic sticking out. Now you're probably looking at this and thinking, what has she done? So literally, to cut some extra wind noise, I actually just wrapped a fabric bandage around, and it works actually quite well. So you could do this. You can use anything else, a little piece of foam. People have lots of other ideas you can just Google. This is all what I've done for now. And it's just a temporary fix because, as I said, I am upgrading my setup pretty soon. So I didn't want to spend a lot of money on this right now because I'm just going to order everything right brand new. Make sure that you just place your audio somewhere so that it's close to your mouth, but it's not right in front of your mouth. You just play around with where you can place this in your helmet. I pretty much just like have it placed so that it pops out just in front of where my liner goes. So it pretty much sits pretty much like right here for me and my helmet, a little bit further in there, but I just want it there so that you can see it. And as I said, it does work not too badly there. So yeah, I click that in. I can plug in the mic into the back of it. And then I'm pretty much ready to start riding and ready to go start motovlogging. Now this is a really, really fast setup. You get home, you can unplug this, you can plug it in to charge it, plug this into your USB, draw the files out that you want, and then go ahead and edit them, or if you want, just go ahead and upload them on YouTube as they are, but editing is probably a better idea. That's it. That's my budget motovlogging setup. It's quick, it's easy. This is probably like the easiest setup in the world that you could try if you're just thinking of trying motovlogging. If you want to get better at it, if you want to improve your stuff, then that's where the real fun starts, doing all the research to find what you're going to get next, which is what I've been doing for months now. Hit that like button or even the dislike button. You can share this and of course subscribe.